Andrew, how you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Oh, bro, listen, man, I'm fired about this conversation. How was your time with Patrick and Adam?
Man, they're amazing guys. Amazing guys. And I've seen your videos as well. I appreciate them very, very much.
You have?
I've seen them, bro. I've been watching them all. Have they taken you down yet? I got some messages today that they took down like 50 videos mentioning me.
Wow. No, they haven't taken us down. So
how's things your end?
Things are good to go. Things are so fine, so good. I have a book we just launched, which is Faith Made Millionaire. It's got nothing to do with a lot of people think it's about religion. It's about following your faith as an entrepreneur. And so I love your perspective on that. And we have conversation about your stuff all the time. I'm sure you can imagine it.
Absolutely. And it's like I do believe we have a duty to God and duty to the universe to be our best version of ourselves. And that's going to involve money, right? I mean, it's got to. So our enemies will always try and paint us as bad or try and say that we are somehow negative for trying to acquire wealth. But when your enemies are rich, it's good to have some money yourself. You don't want to, it's hard to fight a war with nothing. You can't be poor.
That's it, man. You can't be bringing plastic knives to a gunfight. You know?
You nailed it. You nailed it.
How does a top G, we're talking about team building and partnering, because I noticed how Sterling Cooper is a very outspoken friend of yours. Yeah. So, how does top G, how does one build a team in team building and partnering? What's your bullshit filter?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I have a few criteria I try and stick to. Obviously, people with aligned values. What I try and do personally is I try and it's not so much trying to find people who have certain things, but avoiding certain things. So in my experience, if someone's past a certain age and they're still broke, they must have some kind of hidden laziness or some kind of hidden, I don't know. A lot of them will come up with a bunch of excuses. But if you're past a certain age and you really haven't got your life together at all, I avoid those people absolutely. You need people who are at least semi-winning, because in my experience, the person who's gonna snake you for food is the starving man, right?
That's right.
So I try and only do business with people who have too much money to rob me. So a lot of my business deals are on handshake, because really? I know that we're all in it for the greater cause, and we're in it for the brotherhood, and we're in it to make money. Yeah, sure, but we'd never lose our brothers over a little bit of cash. So that's the first thing. Second thing is obviously networking and trying to find a strong network. That's difficult to do. I have my own network. There are networks online. But I think as the world gets more and more polarizing, you need to find the people who not only are complaining about the problem, but are looking to fix the problem. And I think one of the ways to fixing the problem is galvanizing yourself against the enemy. And that requires a degree of finance. I think the most important thing men can be doing today is trying to get as rich as fucking possible. I'm telling you, bro. Like, Even me personally, they came for me hard. They came for me and deleted my YouTube, my Instagram, my Airbnb, my Uber, 7 banks, my payment processor, my Discord account, my Gmail, all within 48 hours. So another thing is you need to sit and analyze and try and think, how would I survive without these institutions? How would I survive without these things? Because being a step ahead of it is so much easier than waiting for it to happen to you, And just so you know, like I said, I have a lot of people who work internally at these companies, and they're not completely liberal. I've had a bunch of anon emails from people who say, look, I work at Meta, I work at YouTube. They are analyzing in real time the results of this ban and what people think about it. And they know that most people are unhappy about what happened. And that's got them scared a little bit, because they're no longer seen as fair, and everybody knows that. And they have a very difficult situation. They either have to let me back, which I don't think they'd ever do, or they have to double down and try and go full Nazi and just shut me up absolutely everywhere. And that's going to result in a lot more censorship for lots of people. So anyone who's close to me, I'm saying, listen, whatever you're making on YouTube, whatever you're doing, you need to start backing things up. Bro, I wish I was pushing people to Rumble when my YouTube channel was still alive. It's like it's always harder once they nuke you. And I think it's just going to get more stringent and more stringent, bro. So that's the first thing in terms of network. I have a network myself called The War Room. If you go to CobraTate.com and just tell them you spoke to me, and we're about 2,300 guys all around the world, and we have a very similar outlook, and we're basically just battle planning and strategy and trying to fight this. But I don't know if you're big on, you watch TikTok. Do you watch TikTok very much?
I don't watch. I have a profile on there, but we upload all the time. But I tend to just upload, not necessarily watch all the time.
Yeah, that's good. But like the algo, I basically run the algo, right? And I don't even have an account anymore. And that's just because I have so many people on my side, and anyone who's on my team just reposting things. That's another thing I'll say. Anyone who works for you, or anyone you can give an affiliate deal to, or anyone you can motivate, especially something like TikTok, they need to spam the algo. So you have so many amazing podcasts. Each podcast could be chopped down to, let's say, with all the different versions of editing, all the different kind of themes and tunes they can put on it. Each podcast is 500 to 600 TikToks. You need like 20 accounts just blasting out to the world, pushing them to like an email list or a Rumble account or something that can't get banned. Because I think the face of social media has changed, and what you're doing with your long format is amazing, but there are so many people who have genuine ADHD, bro. They can't watch something for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So to a degree, it's been my downfall because the TikToks and everything blew up and kind of got out of control. But if you can control, if I could go back in time and I got a team, which I could control the TikToks and create the message, man, I became the most Googled man on earth.
No
TikTok.
kidding, man. No, man. Representing Chi-Town. I'm from Chi-Town too, baby. So
amazing. Amazing. So I'd say to you, especially your podcast, because I've watched a few of them, they're excellent. You need to get them chopped up, short format, everywhere. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikToks. You need to hire someone or get someone full-time all day, every day, just blasting the algos and pushing them to something that's bulletproof, either an email list or a Rumble channel. That's an easy way for you to start getting a whole bunch of data in the bank that big tech can't take from you. You know
I'll ask you this question. Message to young men. I've got 4 minutes here with you, and then last 30 seconds I'll ask to see if we can get context somehow, some way. Message to young men. I'm married, and I think if this might be a little controversial, but if I was following the Cobra Tate method, I don't think I'd ever get married, bro. I'd be making my money. I'd be doing my thing. So your message to men as it relates to once you finally find a partner, once you finally find that woman, you think you got a girlfriend, you're solid with her. But what would your message meant to be that in terms of having marriage in your life?
Yeah, you always need to have that one chick who's down for you. Like running around with girls and stuff is fun, but you always need to have that one chick who's down for you no matter what. And that's super important. In the West, the only thing I have against marriage is you have to be careful of the legality of it. It's not about the institution or the woman, it's the legality of it. And it's kind of just trying to see ahead and make sure you're prepared from that perspective. But man, yeah, marriage is a beautiful thing. It's a gorgeous thing. I think there's nothing at all wrong with it. And I'd say to young men, yeah, find a woman who's really down for you, but make sure she knows enough to support you, but not so much that you don't have any aces up your sleeve. That's what I would say.
For sure. 10 and 25. I believe in acquiring wealth and abundance in order to improve my life and do good for those I care about. Today in 2022, what's your biggest money wealth hack type of strategy?
Yeah, the biggest wealth hack in 2022 is understanding that we live in an attention economy. If you can garner attention, you can make money. Doesn't matter if you sell a book, doesn't matter if you sell a course, doesn't matter if you sell meetups. You can get attention, you can get money, and you need to understand that everyone's attention span is fucking fried. Watch someone on TikTok. Look how fast they swap video after 1 second, 2 seconds max. You need to put together super long format stuff for your dedicated fans, but hard hitting short format, hard hitting stuff for the casual viewer. That's the key to it. And then you have to get their details. They have to know who you are, and from there you can monetize anything, bro. You can sell fucking skincare creams, fucking perfume, book. It doesn't matter what it is. That's what I would.
Is that what's going on in your head when you're on a podcast? You're like, dude, they just gave me a softball. I'm about to crush it here in 30 seconds.
Oh, 100%. So I love the long format stuff, but I love when it gets chopped up in its short format, and especially on TikTok accounts with like an affiliate link or with a link there to sell money. I mean, I'll be honest, man, before the big nuking, I had 250,000 people in HU. So I was doing like $8 or $9 million a month in Hustlers University before the big attack. And they've tried to destroy my processing and stuff, but I found a way and I'll be back. But that was just off short format content, pushing people to a link. That's all it was.
That's awesome, man. If you can answer this in 30 seconds, what's been your biggest money mistake ever?
My biggest money mistake ever was thinking that it took money to make money. And it does with investing, but with most business ideas, if you have a good team, a good network, and you have the ability to garner attention, you can start any business in the world basically for free. If you have a good team and you can get people to pay attention to you, you can sell products before they even fucking exist. So the biggest thing I would say is when someone says, I want to invest $1 million, I'm like, whoa, slow down. If you want to sell this, let's sell it. Let's make the $1 million. Send everyone an email, apologize for the delay, and spend the money you've already made. That's what bro, thank you, man. Thank you. You've been a massive supporter, and this has taught me a lot about who's on the right side of the fence, you know?
Come on, baby. Hey, real knows real, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Let's stay in touch.
God bless you, brother. We'll talk soon, man.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.